today we have the 2012 Fiat 500 sports hatchback, and it looks small. It's yellow like a bumblebee, but I think we're gonna have fun with this. So let's go. Let's start. Okay, so we're here at the front now, and as you can see, there are these grills at the bottom to give it more of a sporty edge compared to the regular 500C. But it also has the really big bulbs that then again reminds me of the Mini Cooper. But what's really interesting is I like it right here. It has the 500 insignia in the actual light, so it gives it more of like a flavor or characteristic to the car. Overall, it's a small car. It's a cute car from the front. It doesn't really look that aggressive, but once you see this black racing stripe on the side, it kind of reminds you that it's a sports hatchback. Okay, so on the Fiat, the sports hatchback, you do get this racing stripe on the side, but aesthetically nothing really changes from the regular 500. You have your traditional 500 rims with the red brake calipers on this one, which pop out, gives it a little more sports and racy look. Interesting thing on the mirror, actually, is that you have a regular mirror, but then you have a more magnified mirror to see things that are closer to in your blind spots. And again, with the stripe, it comes with this checkered edge look at the end. We go to the back, and it only has one exhaust. But, you have the big badge, you have your 500 symbol right there. You have a little duck bill right here on the top. Gives it a little more sporty look. And then we're back to the same side. Gas tank's on the right side for this car. But it gets actually really good mileage. 27 in the city and 34 on the highway. Probably even get more if you're driving a little more conservatively. These are just at average street speeds. So let's go ahead and let's start it up and see how the engine looks like. Okay, alright, so we're here in the engine bay now. And obviously it's not very big, it's a small car. But this Fiat does feature the 1.4 liter i4 multi-air Fiat engine, and it's going to give you a lot better gas mileage, being that it's only a couple liters and things like that. And there's the sound. There it goes. Makes a nice sound for a small car. But yeah, all right, let's go into the interior now. So we're here right now on the inside of the Fiat, and to be honest, I'm actually really impressed. There's little touches and things that give it a little more characteristic to the car, like this yellow paneling on the dash adds a little bit more vibrancy and things like that to the car. What really surprised me actually is that this car has a Bose sound system. So if you look right here and on the sides and on the other speakers, there's Bose sound system with the amplifier and sub under the seats, which I find is really, it's actually a really nice touch to this car. I mean, it is a small car, but at the same time, it has that kind of luxurious feel. But you have your basic controls for heating and things like that. You have your sports button. You want to put in sport. I like the seats in this car a lot. They're actually really comfy. And in this car, you feel like a big person. You feel very comfortable. And you feel very secure. I mean, I don't feel like I'm in like a go-kart or something like that. I feel like I'm in an actual sized car, which is really nice to feel. Also, I do like the steering wheel in this because it has like a little more luxurious and sporty touch with this big Fiat symbol right here. But it still has stuff like a call-in, and you can do Bluetooth calling and things like that, and it's nice. And the speedometer is actually really interesting on it. So let's go ahead and turn this on and see what it sounds like on the inside. Get all those lights coming up and everything. It's looking nice. But there is a little thing to complain about in this car, and that's the fact that the seats are really, really small in the back. But that's going to be obvious when you're going to buy a car like this. You're not really buying it to take your whole family on a trip or something like that. It's more like just a car for usually two people. Maybe store some things in the back seat. All right, so Kais is going to come here real quick. He's 6'1". He's going to demonstrate how a big person gets into this car. Nice. Are you sitting comfortably?
Not really. You know, it's really small in the back. It's actually ridiculous, but you know, if you have kids and stuff, then it can be suitable. But yeah, for like an average adult person, it's not really roomy.
So this is a hatchback. I mean, it's gonna have a trunk, at least we hope. It's not that big, but it's decent enough to fit groceries and things like that. But it does feature this Bose subwoofer in the back, which I like a lot.